What is going on, guys? It is your boy Sherman the Vermin, back with a new video. I'm with a very unfamiliar face right here. You guys don't know who this is. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi guys, I'm Leslie.
This is Leslie. We have been talking for 7 months. She's not my girlfriend, but she is my girl. It's not my girlfriend, she's my girl. We've been talking for 7 months. A lot of people have been asking me, why are you keeping this from us? Why have you not said anything about you having a girlfriend? A lot of people thought that she was my girlfriend. Why are you keeping this from us for 7 months? I'm gonna explain how we met, everything that's happened in the past 7 months that nobody knows about except me and Leslie. But first, if you guys like jewelry like this, earrings, chains, necklaces, bracelets, rings, anything you want, hit the link in the description, check out our porn, use code Sherman for $15 off. With that being said, let's get on with the video. I'm gonna try to keep this with as little cuts as possible. That we filmed this video last night, we filmed earlier today, and we just don't know how to get this right. We want to make this perfect, and it's been chaotic. There's so much to talk about in such a little time, but we're going to simplify everything and, you know, just give you guys the main details and we'll go from there. First of all, how we met. So me and Brandon and Mandy and Clint and Rami and Jessica just moved into that house, the team house. It was like a week in, we had just moved in, and my friend Omar, my good friend Omar, messaged me and said, hey, congrats on the new place. I said, yo, come through and come check it out. He said, for sure. I'm down. Is it cool if I bring someone with me? I said, of course, that's fine. So that somebody was Leslie. Do you want to explain what happened?
Yeah.
In that time?
So Omar reached out to me and he said, hey, I have a friend. He just got a new house. Come with me. He's really nice. He's really dope. It's going to be chill. It's going to be fun. Just come with me. So I said, okay, I agreed. He had said that we were gonna meet up at around 8. So then 8 came around, and then Omar said that Anthony was busy filming a video, so he wasn't ready until 9. Then 9 came around, and he wasn't ready yet. So then
I was still filming a video with Brandon.
Yeah. And so then it was 10, and I was actually gonna flake on Omar. I tried. I texted him and I'm like, hey, it's getting late. I have to work tomorrow. How about you just go? And then he's like, no, you have to come with me. I said, we'll only be there for an hour. It's gonna be chill. It's gonna be fun. Just come.
10 o'clock comes around and Leslie and Omar pull up to my house. I just remember seeing Leslie and thinking to myself, like, damn, she is so fine. But my mindset at the time was no girlfriends, no relationships, strictly like, you know, strictly grind. 2020, like it was my year. My channel was growing at a rapid rate, and I was helping Brandon a lot with videos. I was helping Brian a lot with videos. I was having time in my life, and I told myself I did not want to get into a relationship, and I had this mindset for about 8 months up until that day. I saw Leslie, and we talked a little bit. Me, Omar, and Leslie talked, and you know, me and Omar were drinking a little bit. We moved to the bar. I just remember looking at Leslie, thinking in my head like, damn, she is beautiful. Like I love the way she looks. Her lips are so nice, and that's all I'm gonna say. And then I'm just looking at her.
He got caught looking at me.
She literally turns and looks right at me. I'm like, oh yeah, the ceilings are real
high. It's so obvious too.
I wasn't trying to make it obvious, or maybe I was. Maybe that's just the way I flirt. But after that night, Leslie and Omar went home. I ended up getting Leslie's Instagram, and then through Instagram I got her number and her Snapchat, and we just became friends. That's how me and Leslie met. That's how we met. I met her through my friend Omar, and we just vibed. This is how we got into a relationship. One day, I'm like, yo, Omar, I'm sorry, bro, I'm gonna be a horrible friend. I'm gonna text Leslie, I'm not gonna mention it to you. I texted Leslie and I said, hey, like, do you wanna come over? She rejected me 2 times in a row because she had work. And the 3rd time, like a week later, I said, look, if you wanna hang out, let me know. If not, then it's cool. I'm not thirsty. She was just really fine, and I'm like, I liked her vibe, and the 2 times that she rejected me, she had a good reason. She was busy, she was working, so I'm like, okay, 3rd time's charm. Like, if she says no this time, then I get the message, and that's it, I'm done. The 3rd time she says, okay, yeah, that's fine, I'll come over. The whole day, I'm like, damn, looking at my phone, I'm like, she coming over, is she not coming over? She ended up coming over. At this point, Leslie had not flirted with me at all. I had flirted with her a little bit, saying, you have beautiful eyes. Stalking her Instagram a little bit, and she comes over that night. We're on my balcony, we're having really deep conversations, and I was really digging it. I'm like, yo, I really like this girl. We're vibing on a whole other level. But she was not flirting with me. She did not show the signs that she liked me or that she wanted anything more than just a friendship. So I kind of gave up, not really gave up, but I didn't want to seem pushy or like thirsty. So I'm like, okay, whatever, you know, we're just friends, that's cool. We go back in my room and I'm showing her this video of me on the cruise, like really drunk. I think Brandon recorded it and I was just really drunk, out of my mind. And she's looking at it and we're laughing at this video. What are you gonna tell them what you said?
I said, look at that cutie.
She said, look at that cutie. And she was pointing at me on the screen. And we're laughing and we're watching the video, and then I look at her and I'm like, did she just say what I think she said? Did she just call me cute?
And it kind of just slipped out too.
It just slipped out?
I was thinking about it and I guess I said it out loud too.
So we're learning things today. It slipped out, and she pretty much told me, she pretty much said that I was cute without really like thinking too much of it. Right when she said that, all my thoughts changed. I'm like, yo, I have a chance here. I'm not gonna say everything that happened that night, but I will just say that we kissed. That night we kissed, and you know, I really liked her, and it just felt different. And you know, after we kissed, we kept in touch. She went home, and we just started texting. We were texting like every day. Okay, so that's how we met. And then that's how we got into a little relationship. So from then on, we started hanging out a lot. She was coming over to my place. She came over like 4 or 5 times, and we were just vibing every time. I was digging her vibe. It wasn't even like this girl that I was trying to like get at. It was more of like, yo, she's cool, she's dope. I like being friends with her, alongside like I like having a relationship with her. I was just digging every aspect of what me and her had, and she was somebody that I could talk to about a lot of things, and I was able to open up to her. So she ended up inviting me to her apartment, in which I was like, yo, for sure, like that's what's up. So I went to her apartment. I brought gifts for her and her roommates, like, oh, thank you for letting me into your house, here are some gifts. So I met her roommates. They called me Sherman. That was their nickname for me, was Sherman, which in Chaldean or Arabic, I don't know exactly, but that means ass. But they didn't know that, but Sherman means like my ass. So anyways, I thought that was pretty funny. Vibe was,
still goes good with you.
yeah, it's still, you know, I am a Sherman, but yeah, so you know, I was digging her roommates. They're super cool, super nice. These are like her like best friends, and I was like, all right, cool. Like I'm stepping up, and we're getting a little more serious. You know, I met her friends. She met Brandon. She had met Brian at the time, and I'm like, all right, cool. We went to the zoo. You know, we hung out a lot. We were really close friends, and you know, we're having a lot of fun together. About a month later, I get a text from Brian's manager. He says, hey Anthony, this is so and so, and I was just wondering if I can get your information for the movie. I'm like, what the heck? What movie? So I go on Brian's Instagram, and on Brian's story, he announced that he was coming out with a movie. And I just started freaking out. I'm like, what is going on? Why does Brian's manager need my information? How was Brian coming out with a movie? Like, what the heck? So I called Brian. I'm like, yo, what's going on? He said, dude, I have a big opportunity for you. I want you to star in my movie, but it is going to take a lot of time and effort and hard work, and you know, you're going to have to dedicate a lot of your time to this if you are up for it. If you have things going on, just let me know and I can find someone else. I said, no, like, of course I'm down. So now I have a very big opportunity that's going to take so much time out of my days. I had got the schedule the next day, and the schedule was talking about from 3:00 p.m. to 3:00 a.m., 12-hour days where I wouldn't be getting a lot of sleep. I was gonna be working a lot, and you know, I was gonna have to put a lot of my time and effort and my attention to this. So I started thinking very hard about, you know, like my relationship with Leslie. I was really into her, but at the same time, I liked seeing her happy, you know, and I was giving her a lot of attention. And I knew that with this movie, I wasn't able to give you the attention that you deserve with this movie coming up. So I started thinking to myself, you know, like, I think we need to break up. So that next day I texted Leslie and I said, hey, we need to talk. And she said, okay, that's fine, I'll call you right now. I said, I think we need to talk in person. So later that day I went over to her apartment. I told her what the deal was. I told her, like, you know, this is what's happening. I'm very busy right now, and you deserve 110%, and I can't give you that. I don't want to waste your time. You know, like, it's gonna be hard. Leslie didn't know, like, about YouTube. She didn't know, like, the work that goes into it. Like, she hadn't been on camera before. Like, you know, a lot of people don't know, like, about how hard or like how much time it takes. A lot of people don't know that, and it takes a lot of time. And you, when you're a YouTuber, you seclude yourself from everybody around you, and you just focus on being on camera and being an entertainer. So when I went to her house and broke up with her, she was a little confused. You want to tell them how you were feeling?
I was confused because the day before we had gone to dinner and everything was great. We always vibe, like we always had a good time, always. And then it was just a little confusing because then the next day he's like, hey, you know, this isn't gonna work out. But I also couldn't be selfish because I understood, and I told him that I support his decision because I cared for him. I still care for him. I care for him so much. I wanted him to succeed and still, you know, work on himself. I don't want to be the one holding him back. That's how he felt. I wanted to do the opposite. So then after, you know, we talked about it, we both agreed on it, and I just told him, you know, I have to deal with this on my own. So I told him not to call me or text me. As much as I wanted him to, I had to tell him that because it was just gonna make it harder for us if, you know, if he was still calling me or texting me.
It was a very hard time for the both of us when we were going through that breakup. That was the first time I ever saw her cry, and it was a horrible feeling for me. I'm like, damn, like, what did I do? Like, but at the same time, I didn't want to be wasting her time, so I let the situation play out. Later that day, Brandon said that they're all going fishing. Everybody wanted to go fishing, and they said, Anthony, come fishing. At this point, they didn't even know that me and Leslie were serious. You know, they met her before, but they didn't know how serious we were. They didn't even know that we broke up. So Brandon's like, yo, come fishing with us. I'm like, all right, cool, like, whatever. Maybe being surrounded with my family will help me feel a little better. So I went to the pier, and we were fishing, and it was honestly like the worst time of my life. I was sitting down on the bench. I'm looking out into the ocean. I'm acting like I'm in a freaking romantic movie, and I'm just like, dude, F this. What am I doing? I got in my car and I just called her. She did not answer the phone. That's the first time that she ever didn't answer my phone call. And you know, I was a little worried, and I'm like, damn, like, did I really just mess up this beautiful thing that we had? And I just called her again, and she ended up answering the second phone call. And we talked a little bit, and you know, like, I told her if she can handle me being very busy. And she explained to me that she also had something coming up in her life which would have worked out.
I got promoted, so I was also focusing on myself.
She works at a hospital and she got promoted, right?
Yeah, so then I told him it was gonna work out because we were both focusing on, you know, new journeys in our life. We were both tied up in something big, but we were willing to work through it because we liked hanging out, we liked being together, so we wanted to make it work.
So, yeah, so we wanted to make it work, and you know, I said to myself, like, come on, just, you know, man up. And I was like, okay, so we got back together.
So after we got back together, our schedules were very, very saturated. It was harder and harder to see each other.
I started filming for the movie. Sometimes I would start around 3 o'clock p.m. and I would end at 3 o'clock a.m. where Leslie would get off work at 4 and then, yeah, 4 p.m. Leslie would get off at 4 p.m. So it's like, I'm just missing her by an hour because I gotta go to this movie set. And it was very hard, but you know, we managed to get through it. And you know, she was there for me, and I was really stressed out. So was Brian. We had filmed, like, you know, it was hard work. It was tiring, and it was very draining. And you know, luckily I had Leslie there to, you know, help me through it. And even though she was going through so much, she was like, you know, you got this. You're good. Like, you're doing good. And all that, like, feeding my motivation was just making me like her even more. and you know, just think to myself like, this is, you know, this is somebody that I really don't want to lose. With that being said, we broke up again.
It got harder.
It got harder.
On us.
We broke up because one of my close friends was going through something. I don't want to mention any details, but one of my close friends, one of my best friends, was going through a hard time in their life, and I wanted to be there for that person. And then I'm still filming for this movie, and things just got harder, so I went to her house. It was like right before my birthday. I said, Leslie, look, this sounds so messed up, but we have to break up again. She's confused. She's like, well, all right, well, here's your birthday gift that I just got you. And this was a birthday gift. So it's a bottle of Blue Label, which is my favorite alcohol. And it has, right there, you can see that my name is engraved on it with my birthday. So after I get this gift right here, my mind is just going 1,000 miles per hour, and I'm like, dude, what the hell? Like, why is she so perfect? And she started telling me, like, if I'm the one holding you back, go do what's best for you. Like,
I wanted to see him reach his goals.
She wanted to see me reach my goals, and she didn't make a big deal of it. She didn't, you know, cuss me out or nothing. She was like, look, I understand where you come from. There was no hatred between us because I didn't cheat on her. She didn't cheat on me. There was no hatred between us during the breakup, so it was very hard to like stay away. 2 days later, we got back together. I was literally like, look, I'm sorry. That's the last time I'm gonna do it. We're getting back together. She said, okay, like if you do it again, I will never talk to you again. Don't break up with me again. And if you do, really break up with me and leave me alone. I was the one that came back every time just because I couldn't stay away. And so we got back together. Ever since then, things have been perfect. She met my family. I have not met her family yet. I've spoke to her two sisters, which are amazing people. They're cool as hell, and I like them a lot. They just remind me of my two sisters, and you know, like, I'm very excited to meet her family. And my family really likes Leslie. They like that she keeps me out of trouble, keeps me focused and motivated, and you know, she's a great help in my life, and she makes me happy, and my parents see that. So you know, all my family members know her. Mandy, Jessica, Amanda. I knew her, you know, everybody knows Leslie in my family. And so, you know, here we are now. We're 7 months later. We've been through a lot of things together. We've been through so much. She likes me and I like her, and we're just doing ourselves. And 7 months sounds like a long time. It does. 7 months is a long time. It's more than half of a year. But we're still very new. We've been through a lot of things, but we're still very new. We have not said, like, I love you to each other. I know that's a very big milestone in the relationship. I have not said I love you to her. She has not said I love you to me. We're not boyfriend and girlfriend. You know, I haven't even met her parents. So we're taking things slow, but we're also fast as hell. Like, we're speeding through it, but at the same time, we're taking some things slow. The important things are going slow. Which is fine with me. I want her to take her time, and I want your family to meet me when they're ready. Like that. So these are all things that are still big milestones that are going to be documented on my channel. I'm confident that, you know, she's a great role model. She's someone that I want people to meet. I love showing her off to my friends and to my family. I love, you know, how everyone looks at her and they're like, wow, she's gorgeous, and she's my prize. You're my prize. So. Yeah, this is Leslie, guys. You guys are gonna learn a lot about her. She's a little quiet right now because this is her first time being on camera, guys. Her first time ever being on camera. She's a little quiet, she's a little shy, but you know, how much can you say right now?
Yeah.
You know, there's gonna be a lot of opportunities for you guys to learn a lot about her, and yeah. So, do you wanna say anything?
I'm excited. I'm excited to see what the future holds for us. No more breakups. No
more breakups. Yeah. So, you know, we're very connected, and we have good communication now. And anytime I'm stressed out or she feels that I'm stressed out, even without me telling her, she knows, and you know, she'll take care of it. So this is someone that makes me really happy, and I don't care what anybody has to say. That, you know, like, oh, you're 21 years old, why are you in a relationship? Like, I like Leslie. She's someone that has pushed me to get through a lot of things, and she's an amazing person. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is me introducing my girl Leslie, and yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please drop a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. I just hit 700,000 followers, and once again, if you guys want earrings like these, make sure you hit the link in the description, check out Aporo, and use code Sherman for $15 off. With that being said, it's been your boy Sherman the Vermin,
Leslie,
and we're out. Peace.